Welcome to the Gurukul Prep Daily Podcast on 18th July. Update 1 Important Day International Nelson Mandela Day, July 18. Annually on 18th July, the globe commemorates the life and legacy of Nelson Mandela, a human rights icon and beacon of hope. Mandela Day is a truly worldwide celebration that crosses boundaries and cultures. In commemorating Mandela's outstanding life and lasting legacy, the United Nations named 18th July Nelson Mandela International Day in 2009. Renowned for his compassion, forgiveness, and belief in humanity's interconnectedness, Mandela's leadership left an enduring impact not only in South Africa but also globally. This year, the theme of Nelson Mandela International Day is It's Still in Our Hands to Combat Poverty and Inequity. Update 2 Appointment Mamata Banerjee reinstates senior IPS officer Rajiv Kumar as West Bengal DGP. The West Bengal government reappointed Rajiv Kumar, a veteran IPS officer, as the state's Director General of Police, DGP. Mr. Kumar will succeed Sanjoy Mukherjee, who was named the state's DGP on the orders of the Election Commission of India amid the recently concluded Lok Sabha elections. Mr. Kumar will remain in his current position as Additional Chief Secretary in the Department of Information Technology and Electronics. Mr. Mukherjee has been appointed as the new Director General of the state's Fire and Emergency Services. Update 3 National India to host 2nd Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Civil Aviation. The 2nd Asia-Pacific Ministerial Conference on Civil Aviation will be held in the national capital on September 11th and 12th. Delegates from over 40 countries, including China and Pakistan, are likely to attend. The Asia-Pacific area contributes significantly to global air traffic, with India being the world's fastest-growing aviation market. The conference, jointly organized by the Indian government and the International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, APAC, will be held on September 11th and 12th. Update 4 Obituary Subhash Dandekar, founder of Camlin, is no more. Subhash Dandekar, the founder and creator of the popular stationery business Camlin, died at the age of 86. He was the chairman emeritus of Kokuyo Camlin after it was sold to Japanese conglomerate Kokuyo. Horse brand was formed in 1931 by DP and GP Dandekar. Under Subhash Dandekar, the company was renamed Camlin and expanded from stationery to art products. Dandekar was widely recognized for his contributions to social consciousness, art, and enterprise. He received several awards, including the Game Changers of Maharashtra Award and the Lifetime Achievement Award. Update 5 Obituary Filmmaker Sadananda Suvarna of Gudda Bhuta fame passes away. Sadananda Suvarna, 92, a veteran Kannada theatrical and film icon, died at a private hospital in Mangaluru. He suffered from age-related problems. He was most known for producing and directing the 13-part television series Gudda Bhuta for Doordarshan in 1991 and an 8-part documentary about Kannada writer Dr. K. Shivrama Karanth. His association with famous author Girish Kasavalli produced several cinematic classics. Suvarna was born in Mulki, Dakshina Kannada district, and has lived in Mumbai for almost 5 decades. Sadananda Suvarna directed only one film Kubi Mattu Aila, based on a short story by K. P. Purnachandra Tejasvi. Update 6 Schemes and Committees ICA launched One Scientist, One Product scheme. The Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICA, has launched a target-oriented research plan, One Scientist, One Product, for the next 5 years, which would be periodically monitored from the top to ensure optimum productivity is achieved without duplication of efforts. As part of the government's 100-day plan, the research organization will shortly produce 100 seed variants for diverse crops. As our Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has requested, Prime Minister Narendra Modi may release all the 100 new varieties soon, said a top official of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. Update 7. Science and Technology. World's first 3D printed electric Abra begins trial voyage in Dubai. Dubai's Roads and Transport Authority, RTA, has begun testing the world's first electric Abra made with 3D printing technology in conjunction with the private sector. The Abra, which can accommodate 20 passengers, was conceived and manufactured to preserve the historic Abra identity. Al Seer Marine Company created the Abra in Abu Dhabi in conjunction with various international businesses, including Mitsubishi of Japan, which provided the materials used in its manufacture and printing, Siemens of Germany, which oversaw the printer's programming and calibration, and Tokido of Germany, which supplied the electric motors. Update 8. State. Uttarakhand opens its first ever bird gallery in Dehradun. The Forest Department's research wing recently inaugurated the state's first bird exhibit in Dehradun, near the Jolly Grant Airport, to educate visitors about the region's rich avian species and the crucial role they play in the sensitive Himalayan ecosystems. The gallery is part of the Nature Education Center, which is an important component of the Forest Department's research work. Visitors can witness over 250 photographs of the state's bird species and their recorded chirping from Uttarakhand's forests. The bird species are categorized into 10 groups. Update 9. Summit and Conference. World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit from 20th to 24th November in Goa. Ashwini Vaishnav, Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting, has announced that India would host the World Audio Visual and Entertainment Summit, WAVES, from November 20th to 24th, in conjunction with the International Film Festival of India in Goa. The summit represents a watershed moment for the media and entertainment industries worldwide. The minister announced this at a curtain-raiser event in New Delhi along with Chief Minister of Goa Pramod Sawant and Union Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Dr. L. Murugan. Update 10. International. India releases $2.5 million in aid for Palestine refugees. India has granted $2.5 million in financial support to the United Nations for the welfare of Palestinian refugees displaced by the Israel-Hamas conflict. This is the first installment of India's $5 million annual pledge to the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East, UNRWA, for 2024 to 25, according to a statement from the Indian Mission in Palestine. India's financial assistance comes at a time when over 1.7 million Palestinians face internal displacement within the unrecognized country as Israel's offensive against Hamas intensifies.